Good afternoon. There are 900,000 sworn law enforcement officers in the United States, the highest ever. 12% are female. There has been a 42% increase in officer-related fatalities in 2017 compared to 2016 from January 1st to May 18th. Currently, there are 21,183 names on the wall of law enforcement officers at the Law Enforcement Memorial. 143 officers were killed in 2016. There have been 51,548 assaults against law enforcement officers in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen of the North Brunswick Police Department, you have a tough job. I believe the majority of the public has our back. We are restoring trust through the many programs such as the Junior Police Academy, the Civilian Police Academy, Adopt a Cop, and many more. This, coupled with your professionalism, I am sure we will prevail. I sincerely thank each and every one of you for your dedication to law enforcement. I'm proud to be a part of this organization. God bless you and be safe.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yearly, the department asked myself and Bishop Enlow to come here to deliver a few words of prayer. They also asked us to provide good weather. So I want you to know that the Bishop and I both last evening we said a prayer. We lit our candles. We got you this beautiful day. With that thought in mind, we meet here today persons from all sections of our community who wish to honor all that is given to us by members of our police service. And so we stand here in humble gratitude for them. If the words, "No greater love does one have than to lay down one's life for a friend," be true, then equally true are the words, "No greater love does one have who is willing to lay down one's life for a friend." Blessed indeed are the peacemakers. These men and women in blue are a unique blend. Most ordinary people work through the ordinary things of life, but police work entails the extraordinary things of life. For us, it's business as usual. For officers, nothing is usual. For men, business attire is a jacket and a tie, and for women, a suit, perhaps heels. For police officers, business attire is a bulletproof vest, a shield, a gun, a nightstick. The last things we would take to work, but first on their minds. For us, the bumps and the bruises of life are just about a skinned knee, or a cut finger, or hurt feelings. For them, it's a major altercation that has just escalated and is in need of backup, or a major crisis in a person's life, or maybe even a person's life. These are men and women who deal with life in its extreme. Sometimes they live our nightmares. And so, Lord, give them the courage to carry on, the strength to be able to protect others, the dedication to keep our community safe, and the concern and compassion for those who are in need. Be with them always, Lord, in so strong a way that even when they are alone, they will not be. This we ask for your gracious hands. Amen.
Thank you, Father John. I now welcome Ms. Tracy Neal of the New Destiny Church for America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. Oh, America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Yes, shining sea.
That was outstanding. Thank you very much. Now for a couple words, I welcome Council President Carlo Socio.
Thank you, Captain Hoiberg, Director McCormick, Deputy Chief Pataglia, Captain Harris, North Brunswick Police Department. Thank you for having us. I'd like to introduce members of the council here: Councilman Ralph Andrews, Councilman Bob Davis, Councilman Sal Palladino, Councilman Bob Corbin. Mayor Lake Womack is caught in traffic. And I'll keep all of my words brief. We just want to say thank you on behalf of the mayor and the council and like a grateful township. You guys answer the call, no matter what the call is, no matter the time, the weather, the circumstance, and you do it with professionalism and respect. And we are grateful for your dedication to the township and for your service, and wish you continued safety and success in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council President. Again, for a few words, Prosecutor Andrew Carey.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Director, Deputy Chief Pataglia. It is my honor as the Chief Law Enforcement Officer in Middlesex County to be here once again on another beautiful day. Police Week is a time where we honor those who proudly serve, made the ultimate sacrifice, and it gives me a chance to thank and encourage the officers who appear before us today. Every year I stand here saying that you folks rise to the occasion when you're asked to do more and more, and this year is no different. Whether it be a new law, a new directive, a new piece of equipment, you always answer the call and you rise to the occasion. This year we have challenges of bail reform, CEDs, body cams are on their way. Every time you have something else to do, you rise to the occasion, you get it done, and you get it done well. And for that, I thank you very, very much. With each new item that you are given more responsibility, and you always answer the call. As you've learned in your duties, much of what you do in law enforcement has very little to do with actually enforcing the laws, and has everything to do with your core mission to protect and serve. In North Brunswick, you have a great community. I know you're backed up by your family and your friends, and we in law enforcement know that you cannot do it alone. So I thank the family and the friends and the supporters that are here. Part of my job, a very important part of my job, is to try to back you up as best that I can. And so as we move forward, I ask you please to do me a favor, which is to take care of yourselves. I know your first reaction is to be a hero and save everybody else. But please, if there's a problem or an issue, take care of yourselves, reach out. There will be a hand there to grab for you. And if you need to call me directly, I myself will respond. I thank you for the time to be here today. I thank you for this great event. God bless.
I now call upon the command staff as we present our departmental awards. Officer Jason Valise, Officer Darren Carroll, Officer Kenneth Riley, and Officer Timothy Riley. On July 9th, 2016, you responded to a report of a 29-year-old female that was unresponsive. Upon arrival, the person was found pulseless and not breathing. Through the coordinated use of CPR and a defibrillator, the woman was resuscitated and survived the incident. You are awarded this life-saving award for your professional actions. Officer Sean Egan, Officer Gregory Marius. On September 15th, 2016, you responded to a report of a man down. Upon your arrival, you located the man pulseless and not breathing. You performed CPR, utilized a defibrillator, and regained pulses. The man is alive today due to your actions. You are awarded this life-saving award for your prompt and professional actions. Sergeant Eric Geipel. As a member of the Patrol Division, you received information about ongoing drug activity. You took the initiative to conduct surveillance and confirmed your information. You followed the matter straight through to the approval and execution of the search warrant, resulting in 3 arrests. Moreover, you used this as a training opportunity for your entire squad. You are presented this letter of commendation for your follow-through and instruction. Officer Colin Comiskey. On June 16th, 2016, you responded to an unconscious female. Upon your arrival, the woman was found to be without pulse and not breathing. You began CPR and continued until the arrival of EMS, which led to the woman's survival. You are presented this life-saving award for your professional actions. Officer Ryan Yazunis, Officer Christopher Trokovich, Officer Demetrius Katsoulis. On June 16th, 2016, you were recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, or MAD, for your outstanding efforts with regard to DWI enforcement. There is no way to know how many lives are saved each year by officers, but we commend you for going above and beyond in this effort. You are presented this letter of commendation for your outstanding efforts. Officer Jason Zier. On April 23rd, 2016, you were off duty and in the area of Babbage Park. Unbeknownst to you, a pursuit by a neighboring agency led to multiple foot pursuits in the area. You observed one of the suspects running, gave chase, and apprehended him. Due to this collaborative effort, all suspects were taken into custody. You are awarded this Exceptional Service Award for your efforts. Officer Konstantinos Travalos. On September 3rd, 2016, you responded to a report of a man that had stabbed himself. Upon your arrival, you witnessed the man in crisis, already to have several stab wounds and to be actively cutting himself, attempting to remove his own organs. You were able to remove the knife from the man without injury to yourself, as well as beginning first aid, which saved the man's life. You are presented this Medal of Merit for your exemplary actions. Sergeant Myron Cox, Officer Justin Hansen, Officer Jeffrey Bonacore, Officer Gregory Marius, and Officer Cal Hibbets. On March 30th, 2016, you responded to a reported robbery in progress. Arriving units reported a robbery at gunpoint with suspects fleeing the scene on foot. Units searched the area, locating and arresting the suspect, as well as finding the weapon and evidence that the suspect had discarded during his attempted escape. You are awarded this unit citation for your collaborative efforts. Officer Ling Trey. On February 8th, 2016, you responded to a reported male with a gunshot injury. You quickly arrived to find a male lying in a backyard suffering from a shotgun wound to the leg. You quickly noticed that due to an arterial injury, blood was pumping from that injury. Using your training and experience, you removed the man's belt, used it as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding, and save the man's life. You are presented this life-saving award for your quick thinking actions. Sergeant Eric Geipel, Officer Konstantinos Travalos. On January 8th, 2016, you responded to a reported fight in progress. You arrived quickly, finding a man with a gun assaulting a female. The suspect attempted to flee, but due to your actions, he was quickly apprehended without incident and the gun recovered. You are awarded this Exceptional Service Award for your quick and professional actions. Officers Kerry Schutz, Errol McCalla, Cagney Smith, and Nicholas Sadati. During the course of the year, these officers have documented motor vehicle stops. Through their investigative means, quantities of drugs and loaded handguns were removed from the streets. You are awarded this Exceptional Service Award for your actions. The following officers can remain in place. Sergeant Eric Jacobson, Officer Jonathan Ambler, Officer Ryan Yazunis, Officer Christopher Fernandez, Officer Zachary Tevely, Officer Darren Carroll, Officer Noriel Pena, Officer Christopher Trokovich, Officer Ryan McMillan, Officer Joseph Grasso, Officer Anthony Pinizzato, Officer Ling Trey, and Officer William Trammell. Based upon the drastic increase in heroin and opiate drug use, officers have been armed with Narcan, an opiate antidote to combat the national epidemic. These officers have successfully utilized Narcan to reverse the effects of heroin or opiate overdoses, potentially saving the lives of each drug user. You are awarded this letter of accommodation for your efforts. I now call upon Lieutenant Michael McGinn. Lieutenant McGinn will be reading the policeman's poem as inscribed in the monument behind us.
A part of America died. Somebody killed the policeman today, and a part of America died. A piece of our country he swore to protect will be buried with him at his side. The suspect that shot him will stand up in court with counsel demanding his rights, while a young widowed mother must work for her kids and spend many lonely nights. Yes, the beat that he walked was a battlefield too, just as if he had gone off to a war. Though the flag of our nation won't fly at half-mast, to his name they'll add a gold star. Yes, somebody killed the policeman today, in your town or mine. While we slept in comfort behind our locked doors, a cop put his life on the line. Now his ghost walks a beat on a dark city street, and he stands at each new rookie's side. He answered the call of himself, gave his all, and a part of America died.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Deputy Chief Donald Connery, retired, for our department's honor roll.
Killed in action, October 2nd, 1984. Patrolman Robert Heacock. Lieutenant Stanley Weiss. Sergeant Adalbert Zarda. Sergeant Stephen Smith. Lieutenant Anthony Ciazza. Sergeant Bernard Butch Orminski. Sergeant Donald Jackie Ralph. Lieutenant John Nastis. Detective Howard J. Susan. Detective Robert C. Barron. Captain Willard E. Myers. Sergeant Kevin McNamara. Detective George Saloom Jr. Patrolman Emil S. Plutka. Lieutenant Christopher A. Zerby. Patrolman Thomas Zabo. Patrolman James H. Wright. Captain Melvin A. Hoiberg. Patrolman Kenneth E. Hoffman. Detective Sergeant Robert G. Ruvalo. Chief Carmen G. Canastra. Lieutenant John Giorgiani. Lieutenant William A. Urchek. Lieutenant Gene Kelly. And the Canine Corps, Gus and Odin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now call upon Bishop Calvin Enlow of New Destiny Church for a closing prayer.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to say that on behalf of Religious Institutes, I'd like to thank you for your service, for your bravery, and for your commitment to keeping our community safe. I have a prayer for you today, a threefold prayer that I'd like to pray for you all today. And the first part of this prayer is for your mental attitude. You that are on the front line, keeping our community safe, dealing with situations that are challenging, and facing situations that demand courage in the face of danger. I want to add to this prayer that according to Christ in the Gospel of Matthew 11, he said, all of you that are heavy laden and burdensome, come unto me, and I will give you rest. And I think the Lord Jesus Christ was saying that simply because when we are simply overwhelmed with circumstances and situations in our lives, that we need an outlet. And he said, if you would come unto me, I will give you rest for your soul. The second part of this prayer is for your integrity, your moral character, for your honesty, for who you have become, for your fairness, your truthfulness, for your character, your professionalism. It is a lovely thing to have high remarks relative to the North Brunswick Police Department. And in spite of what people say, there are high remarks for your service. And so my second part is for your integrity. My third part is for your family. To pray with your family, that your family will find harmony and peace and prosperity and good health, and that your family will come to enjoy each other's presence in the time of difficulty and in the time of upheaval. And I want to leave you with this here because we simply believe in the power of prayer. I want to leave you with this thought. Through prayer, we are able to tap into His wisdom, His strength, His protection, and peace. He stands ready to respond to our needs when we humbly ask for divine intervention in our personal affairs. I want to say God bless your families, God bless you, God bless North America, and God bless the United States, and may He continue to have mercy on us, and may He continue to provide protection for you and your families. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That concludes our Police Week ceremony. I would ask everybody to stand in place a minute. We're now going to go into a promotional ceremony. And so I'd ask the guys in blue, just relax. You know, I know it's hot, so if you want to move around a little bit or whatever. I'd ask the prosecutor to come up. He's going to stand in for the mayor, for the swearing in, command staff to come over here, as well as the council. Any member of the council would like to come up once they get sworn in, so you could be thanked for all your support. So if you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome to. First, I'll bring up Detective Frank Vitale. He's going to be joined by his wife Jacqueline and daughters Gia and Noel.
Frank was hired as a patrolman in 2004, has been a member of the Detective Bureau since 2014, where he successfully investigated numerous crimes. He acted as the liaison for Megan's Law and juvenile and domestic violence offenders. He's a graduate of St. Joseph's High School, attended Seton Hall University, and he has received numerous commendations and letters of appreciation, including a life-saving award. Congratulations to Frank.
Left hand on the Bible, right hand in the air. I, Frank Vitelli, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully and justly perform all of the duties of the office of sergeant according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations, sir.
Next, I'll ask Officer Frangella to come up. Robert Frangella will be joined by his wife, Andrea, his daughters, Olivia and Brianna. Officer Frangella was hired by the township in 2005, where he has been part of the Uniform Patrol Division. He received several letters of commendation and appreciation, including a life-saving award and a Medal of Merit. He earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Caldwell College and a master's degree in human resource training development from Seton Hall University. Congratulations, Rob.
Ready? I, Robert F. Frangella, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully and justly perform all of the duties of the office of sergeant according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask Officer Patton to come up, please. Officer Patton will be joined by his wife, Colleen, and his children. Craig Patton began his career as a special police officer in 1981 with the East Brunswick Police Department. From 1984 to 1987, he was an inspector with the Alcohol Beverage Control Enforcement Bureau, and later as a state investigator for the State of New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Division of Gaming Enforcement, until 1993, when he was hired by North Brunswick as a patrolman. His assignments included Community Operational Policing Bureau, Burglary Task Force. He was transferred to the Traffic Bureau in 2006. Officer Patton has received numerous commendations and letters of appreciation, including a life-saving award and a Medal of Merit for bravery and selfless acts, where he and other officers evacuated several trapped residents from a building engulfed in flames. He earned his associate's degree in criminal justice from Middlesex County College. Congratulations, Craig.
I, Craig A. Patton, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully and justly perform all the duties of the office of sergeant according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
before we close, Captain Hoiberg will close us out. I just want to thank Captain Hoiberg for putting this together. He's done it every year, and he's done an exceptional job, so thank you, Captain.
Thank you for everyone for coming out. I know it's a hot one today, so I appreciate all your support. On behalf of the North Brunswick Township Police Department, we would like to thank Father John, Diane Vitanza, the Social Ministry Group, and the parishioners of Our Lady of Peace Church for their donation of St. Michael's medallions that every officer is receiving during the pass and review. After the pass and review is completed, I welcome everyone to stay for some light refreshments. Thank you, and again, thank you for your support.
Anybody wants to come into the back? We have refreshments in the back, okay?